Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to walk you through changing your transmission fluid in your newer Jeep Gladiator and Wrangler JL 8-speed transmission. We will also be increasing the transmission fluid capacity by 1.5 quarts with the new PPE transmission oil pan. It also features a drain bolt and cooling fins on the pan. As always, links in the description below, and use the chapters to jump around to get where you need to be. Let's get started.
Please like and subscribe. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason with SHW Overland, and today we are doing the transmission service on my 2022 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon with the 3.0 Eco Diesel. So it does have the 8-speed transmission, and it says it's a lifetime fluid, but lifetime of warranty is pretty much what it comes down to. I plan on doing the trans service every 30,000 miles. I'm at 40,000 miles right now, and the problem was why I didn't do it sooner is because I've been waiting for PPE to release their transpan, and this holds an extra quart and a half of trans fluid, and as you can see, it has a drain bolt on it, whereas the factory transpan, you have to replace the transpan every time you do the service. It doesn't have a drain hole. This has a filter in it. I only plan on servicing it every other, so every 60,000 miles is where you drop the pan down and service that filter. So the fluid we're using is AMSOIL OE fluid. It's fully synthetic compared to the non-synthetic ZF fluid, and a lot of people who have this transmission swear by this fluid. The actual physical data that comes back from having your fluid analyzed shows really good results and really good shift quality and everything too. So we're gonna stick with that. So I do have, this is too much, but I don't know how much fluid's gonna go in it with pan that has added capacity. So I do have 2 of the gallons from AMSOIL. Let's get started. So this is the transmission pan right here. So obviously the only thing that we have to remove is this cross member. So we have a bolt here, here, and here. So we're gonna pull this down, and then that's gonna give us great access to the pan. We don't have to mess with the exhaust at all. And the fill side, well, we'll go over the fill side when we need to fill it, because there's a fill bolt right up here, right there. And then there's also, showed one right here too, which is right there, right next to the exhaust. You have no room. Yeah, so it shows it on the drive shaft side, so we have plenty of room there. Now, one other thing that you're gonna need is a fluid pusher, one that's easy to access. So let's get that down, and we're gonna collect the amount of fluid that's in it. The bolts are a 18 millimeter, all 3 of them, to remove that cross member. And then this drain plug is an 8 millimeter hex. I think it's an 8. Yeah, 8 millimeter. And car is off, obviously. Gotta check these when they're warmed up and running. But we're gonna pull this out. I was told a couple different things. I was told a couple different ways of doing this. And we're gonna see if anything comes out. I'm gonna try to capture as much of this as we can. Okay. So we do have fluid coming out. So obviously while it's running, it's gonna be pumping it into the transmission. So it's not that it's overfilled. Be a good way to capture it right now there. Come on. Just be ready when undoing the bolts. The fluid level is higher than the actual pan, so loosen it up and then loosen that corner up so it just drains in. Stuff stinks. All right, so we've got the old pan out. And again, this is 40,000 miles. It does look like it has 2 magnet pickups. And that is nasty. So this is why we do it. Filter. And then, so this gasket right here, it doesn't look like it has a gasket, but there is a gasket on here. And we have to swap this over. What I'm gonna do is kind of work this out and put it on the new one. Oh, and if you want to see what this looks like, just a valve body. We'll just wipe a rag around the edges and collected all this. We'll measure that out. All right, so we're swapping the gasket over. Now the gasket itself has little plastic dowel pins that line up. So we're gonna line those up, give it a quick wipe down up top, dowel pin, 2 dowel pins. Dowel pin here, dowel pin there. Oh, that's just a third over here. Yeah, okay, there is a third right here. Dowel pin, 4th. So 4 dowel pins. So push all those dowel pins in, and then we're just gonna wipe that off. You don't want any dirt or anything getting in there. And we're done with this one. I'm gonna keep that for warranty purposes. All right, we have it cleaned up. I'd probably clean it up next time on the old one. It's just safer that way. And then there is a O-ring right here, and you do want to put some trans fluid on that. So we'll get some trans fluid out of these new ones, and with a clean finger or a clean glove. Oh yeah, just kind of lube that up. Let's get that on. It does come with new hardware, and we'll just kind of snug them up and we'll torque them down. We got the new pan on, and we're gonna torque all of these to 8 foot-pounds. It's 8 to 10 foot-pounds is the torque spec. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna start the fill procedure. All right, we started up the Jeep, and it does not take long for that transmission to heat up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. You want it between 86 and 122 degrees. So it does not take long to hit 86. Maybe a couple minutes, not even, about 2-3 minutes. And then you want to keep it running, and you want to then undo the fill plug, and that's how you check it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it right now, and then we're going to do the thing of running it through the gears and then checking it again. But I just want to make sure that there's enough in there, whereas if we run it through the gears, we're not going to do it and get air in the system. All right, so undo this. Nothing coming out, so let's add some fluid. So again, to reiterate, you have to fill it while it's running, or you check the fill level while it's running. Because if you shut it off, you shut off the car, the actual fluid level will rise higher than this fill plug. So you'll have all the fluid running out. The only way to properly check it is while the car is running and it's pumping the fluid. The second you turn it off, all the fluid is gonna backfill above the fill plug. So we're almost to 6 quarts. We're almost to 6 quarts here. I put 6 in here and we're almost dry. All right, we got fluid running out and we are dry. So yeah, 6 it is. We are a total of 6 quarts of fluid in. So now we're gonna follow this and hold it in reverse with the brakes applied, hold it in reverse, and then neutral, and then second gear for 5 seconds. And then we're gonna check it again. All right, first thing, now we have a taser. So first thing we're gonna do is turn the traction control off. We're still at 95 degrees. So place the transmission in reverse, 5 seconds, 1, and I got my foot on the brake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place the transmission in drive, hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the brakes, accelerate to second gear and hold for 5 seconds. So a quick way to do this is to manually move it over and shift to second gear and then accelerate. You'll see it shift from first gear to second gear and then just hold it in second gear that way. Apply the brakes. Let's go to neutral. And then we're gonna hold at 2,000 RPM for 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5. All right, return idle and park. All right, we're still at good temperature, so let's check the fluid. All right, we did the, we ran it through the gears like we should, and we should have a sprinkle of this coming out if the fluid over is correct. There we go. The fluid coming out, dripping out. So all together is about 6 quarts with this new can. Don't forget to put the crossmember back on and bolt that down, and we are good to go. Take it for a test drive. It has been about 2 to 3 days since we changed the transmission fluid in the EcoDiesel, and it has made a difference. So the shifting is noticeably better. I mean, it's not going to be night and day, difference compared to what it was, but you do notice the shifting is a little bit more firmer. In 4 low, like I went around my little obstacle course in 4 low, and that's where I noticed the biggest difference. It's not so jumpy like it was before. It seems to pick the gear better of where it wants to be. So I definitely like that improvement. Thanks for watching. Just jump along on the bottom if you need to rewind back to certain parts to get torque specs, anything like that. And check out my other videos. I got other maintenance videos on here and a couple of adventure videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.